Greetings. This is Ms. Kingsley, and this is part 2 of a 2-part set of videos about subtraction with regrouping. In this video, we're going to practice and learn regrouping and also use subtraction with counting on as taught and demonstrated in the first video. So we're going to go to my whiteboard and do some practice problems there. If you're feeling confident, you can always pause the video and do what you try it on your own on a paper and pencil or a whiteboard, and then start the video again and rejoin me. So first, here's our problem, 145 minus 37. So the first thing that's important to understand is that order matters in subtraction, and we have to look at, is the number on top big enough to subtract the number on underneath. So in this case, the most common mistake I see students make is they look at those two numbers and they instantly know the difference and they put down 2. Okay, this is where we're already off track, because we need to notice that if our top number is smaller than our bottom number, we can't take 7 away from 5, for instance. So if I have 5 cookies over here and I say take away 7, I can't do that. As you get into more advanced mathematics, we get to something called negative numbers, which is another whole concept. But for right now, we're just going to go with the idea that the top number needs to be larger in order to continue with this subtraction problem, or we need to regroup. Okay, so here's how I teach regrouping. We're going to say, okay, 7 is larger than 5, so I need to borrow or regroup. So I like my students to draw in these figures. We're going to go next door, knock on the door, and ask 4, can I borrow one? And 4 says, yes, sure. And so when 4 loans 1 to 5, the 4 goes down to 3. And the 1, which he's loaning to the 5, comes over here in front of the 5, is how I write it. And it becomes 15, because as you may have learned, that 1 that you're borrowing is from the tens place and is really a 10. So it makes this number 15. Now we have the problem, which is, if I put it over here on the side, 15 take away 7, which we did problems like that in our first video. So if you can see me up in the corner, we're going to start with 7 and count up to 15. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And how many fingers am I holding out? 8. So my answer here is 8. Now I go to my next place value, which is the tens place, and I see, can I take 3 away from 3? Yes, I can, and I end up with 0 remaining. Then I have 1, and I don't have anything to take away, so I just bring it down and make it 1 there, and my answer is 108, and I'm done with that problem. So we're going to do 2 more problems for practice and for learning. Each one is a little bit more difficult. So try to stay with me, pause the video as much as you want, and see if you can get at least one part on your own. Okay, our second problem is 524 minus 68. Okay, here we go. 8 is bigger than 4, so we need to borrow. So we are going to go next door, knock on the door, say, Mr. 2, can I borrow one? Mr. 2 says, yes, sure. And it becomes a 1. Also loans 1 over here, and my 4 becomes a 14. Now we go to counting on to solve 14, take away 8, or the difference. So we have 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And how many fingers do I have out? That's right, 6. So my answer here is 6. Oh, look what happened in my tens place. I also have more on the floor, is how one teacher likes to say it. So I need to go next door. So you can't take, if I only have 1, I can't take away 6. So I'm going to have to go next door again. And I'm going to go next door, knock on the door and say, Mr. 5, can I borrow one? And 5 says, yes, sure. Goes down 1, becomes a 4, and loans the 1, and it comes up here to that 1. Okay, so now that is, we're going to treat that as 11 for solving this with our fingers. So we have 11, take away 6. So we're going to hold up big 6 with closed fists. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How many fingers am I holding up? That's right, 5. 5 is my answer. Now don't forget about this guy over here. He doesn't have anyone underneath him, but we still need to consider this 4. So we have 4, take away nothing, or you could imagine this as an imaginary 0, and we bring down the 4. So our answer to this problem is 456. We're going to do one more, and this one is a little bit more difficult than the last two. See how you do. 436, take away 2, 8, 9. So now we have 3 digits that we're taking away from 3 digits. Okay, here we go. We have 6 on top, 9 on the bottom. More on the floor, need to go next door. So we're going to go next door, knock on the door, ask our 3, Mr. 3, can we borrow one? 3 says sure. 3 becomes a 2 and loans 1 over here to my 6, which becomes 16. Now we have 16, take away 9. So we're going to use our fingers again. 9, fingers stay closed. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. How many fingers am I holding up? That's right, 7. We put down my 7. Now I have 2, take away 8. Uh-oh, more on the floor, gotta go next door again. So we're gonna go next door to my 4. Say, Mr. 4, can I borrow one? He says, sure. He becomes a 3. And that 1 that we borrow comes in front of that 2. So now we have the problem 12, take away 8. Here we go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How many fingers am I holding up? Yeah, 4. Okay, so my answer here is 4. Now we got to go back over to my hundreds place, and I have a 3, take away 2 equals 1. And our final answer is 147. So that is all for today for subtraction with regrouping, and I hope you found that helpful. Remember, you can replay this video as much as you want and stop wherever you want to test yourself. Okay, take care. See you next time.